Welcome to Food for Thought. I just, you already know, I've been thinking, reflecting like I do so well. In today's topic, I want to talk about self-sabotage. And where I want to start with that is just like thinking, do you ever just be in a mood or you thinking a good idea and it's coming from you, but at the same time, you got this self-sabotaging voice in your head that's also coming from you. Well, I don't even want to say that it's coming from you, but it's coming from within you. But you have the power to not listen to it. You can just let it go. And that it stops you so much. So let's just talk about self-sabotage and what it is, how it show up, what's the root of it, and how we can get through it. Because in my experience, man, and just realizing how much I self-sabotage before, it just made me realize I held myself back from so much and how much I really do it. Like the awareness of it is crazy. So now I just want to help y'all be aware of it. So when you get self-sabotaging thoughts, you're able to just see it, hear it, feel it, and throw it to the side because you don't need it. You really don't. So what it is, and this is my opinion, but hopefully y'all agree and y'all get to see it how I do so we can just get it out the way. So what it is just, as humans, we have this comparative nature. So we could see things on social media. Somebody could tell us something. We can know somebody personally that's doing something that we consider better than what we doing. Even with ourselves, we could have a point in our lives that we were better than what we were now or worse than what we are now. And it's like that middle ground, that gap. That's where it comes in. It squeezes through there and it's like, you're not worthy. You're not good enough. The uncertainty makes it like, I think it's just a lot of uncertainty. And we feel that uncertainty with self-sabotage. If we don't have positive affirmations or positive thoughts or optimism to fill that gap. And you can hear like when a lot of people talk, if they are uncertain, you can see where they feel that gap with self-sabotage. I've done it plenty of times with myself. And it's not even like, I see it now as it's trying to protect me. It's a story that I might tell myself. And if I want to do something different, I gotta detach from that story or that identity. And it's like my ego automatically fears that. It fears that moving forward. It fears that trying something different. It fears the what will people think? Because I've recorded, this is my 9th episode. And each episode I always, when I finish, I had that feeling of who am I to tell people my life experiences, my reflections, and that's the number one thing that comes up. But at the same time, I have people that tell me, bro, this helped me out, this made me aware of something. So it's getting through that self-sabotaging voice in your head that's just holding you back, because it's really holding you back. The many ways it can show up is a form that I recognize is procrastinating. Like, oh, if I do this, share this with people, they might love it. But then you got that secondary voice in your head. And nobody cares. They don't want to hear this. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all catching with me? Another thing is like, if something good going on, if something too good going on, you get in your head, man, something bad might happen. You waiting on the shoe to drop. Something bad might happen. Oh man, it come in so smooth and so you won't even recognize it until you already done talked yourself out of what you want to do. Another way I know that it shows up, um, you can like like I said, procrastinating, but you can also try to keep yourself extra busy doing other stuff to avoid what you really need to do. Say for instance, going to the gym. Before I started going to the gym every day, I was in the mindset of I'm too busy to go to the gym. I'm working 12-hour shifts. I'm working 10-hour shifts. I don't have time for the gym. But then I started just looking at my screen time on my phone and I'm seeing 5-6 hours of screen time on the phone. I kind of got disgusted with myself a little bit because I'm the type of person, I'm self-motivated. At this point in my life, I am self-motivated. I'm on my ass harder than anybody can be. So when I seen that, I got disgusted. I'm like, bro, what the heck I'm doing for 5-6 hours on my phone? If I'm working 12 hours, bro, that's 18 hours of my day pushed out doing what? Right? So then I got to the point, okay, I need to at least shave an hour off this screen time. Started spending an hour at the gym. Slowly, the hour at the gym started turning to an hour 15, hour 30, hour 45, 2 hours. Suddenly I have time for the gym, right? When I thought that I didn't have self-sabotage. It, I'm trying to tell you, it's so subtle, it sneak up on you. Another way that I realized, and this is related to the one when I said, like, when good things going on and you can even be like in a good relationship, somebody can be showing you the most love ever and you're not used to it. So your protection in quotation marks kicks in, which is the self-sabotage. Oh, maybe she's doing this, maybe she's doing that. Or maybe she don't really, you know what I'm saying? You counting yourself, self-sabotage is literally counting yourself out before you even in the game, cause like you counting yourself out. We got to stop doing that. The root of it is unworthiness. It's being afraid of the uncertainty. We gotta be able to go into things not knowing what's going on. And that gotta be okay with us. Because if you knew everything, you knew the outcome of everything, this game of life wouldn't be fun. It would be boring. You just walking through life, you already got the answer. No resistance. Everything on easy mode, you gonna get bored, bro. That's like having like billions of dollars on GTA, bro. You can just buy everything, drive around, do what? You ain't got no grind. It's life on easy mode. It sound good until you really living life on easy mode. Then you like, this shit kind of boring. I want a little bit of resistance. I'm starting to get to that point with my self-sabotaging voice. I love it. Like, damn, I look at my thoughts, I'm like, damn, I'm creative as hell for making up some shit to stop myself like that. But I'm gonna go past that because I'm gonna hold me back for what? It's it, and I'm gonna say this again. It's the old identity. It's the old story. You gotta let that go. I'm this way. I'm that way. You gotta let it go because if you want to get something you ain't never have, you're gonna have to do something you never did. And everybody knows that quote. You have to do that. So the way through it, that I think personally is the best way through it, is to first become aware of it. You gotta, and not, y'all know that I stress this. You gotta be present. You gotta be knowing what you thinking at all times. You just can't let it run. Cause once you let it run, it's gonna run away with you. And then everything you think, you just gonna trust. Even if you think it's some BS, you gonna follow it. Now you on BS. You gotta think for yourself. You gotta think from your heart. You gotta feel your body. You gotta know what's going on within you. Cause once you realize, I'm self-sabotaging, bro, it's gonna be so many times where you just smack that stuff out the water. I'm I'm on a journey right now where I'm trying to learn to public speak. I want to talk to people. I want to become friends with people. I'm tired of just looking at people. Hey, like giving them dry interactions. It's like when somebody asks you how you doing, you just say good. Okay, how you doing? Good. That's not intentional. That's not versus if you stop and you got a couple seconds, you get somebody. Oh man, well, no, I'm feeling good. I've been better. How you feeling? Not even asking how you doing. Not the basic stuff. How you feeling? How you feeling today? What's been, bro, that'll make the simplest person's day because it'll make you, somebody do that to you, they're making your day. Tell me they not. Oh, this person actually gave a little bit of fuck, right? So that's what I'm trying to be more intentional just with strangers. I'm trying to just put myself out there so people know that I'm not just on robot mode. I'm not being an NPC no more. Just be aware, pay attention to what's going on within you. Cause you can stop all of this self-sabotage. And then it'll get to the point. It's kind of blissful for me. And I know it'll be blissful for you too, because then it's like, hmm, that thought came up, but I mean, I didn't have to act on it. It didn't make me stop. I laughed at it. But another thing to get through it is you can ask, like, what am I protecting? What am I afraid of? Am I afraid to succeed? Am I afraid to fail? If you sit down and be realistic with yourself on that tip, that's another way to get that voice to settle down a little bit, because then you'll understand why is it even coming up? Why is this thought even coming up? Because there's numerous of times when I compare myself to other people, then I'm like, what's the comparison about? Why am I doing it? And it come down to one root, and I'm able to be like, look at it and change my programming and my perspective of it. Then boom, it's gone. I don't need it. I dropped it. So figure out what you're trying to protect yourself from. If it's uncertainty, you got to realize uncertainty come with life. You don't know what's about to happen 1 second after the other, right? You can try to control it, but it's more than likely not going to go your way. All we can do is act, learn, and move forward. That's all we can do. But once you feel it coming up or you hear it coming up within yourself, catch that pattern. It might be certain times or certain actions that you know you got to take, and you always hit that block where it comes up. Noticing that pattern is the way to stop it as well, because that's also awareness, right? And back to where I said the old story. Figure out what in that old story that you're trying to hold up. Try to visualize a new version of that story, a better version of that story, and hold that in your head so whenever it comes up, you know what you're trying to go toward. Even if you got thoughts of, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not ready. Being ready is the biggest myth ever. And I can tell you this firsthand because it's always for me. Dang, I'm not ready yet. I got to get this. I got to get that. Bro, you're going to be, got to get this and got to get that forever if you let yourself be on that. If you keep letting it control you. I'll tell you the truth, bro. I wanted to start this podcast so long ago, and I was always, man, I got to buy this equipment. I don't have this much of, bro, that's bull crap. Just get started wherever you at. So many people always tell me, just get started, just do it. That's the first step. Bro. Getting started is the first step, bro. You don't need nothing to be ready. And take it easy on yourself. Don't judge yourself so much. Instead of judging yourself, be curious. Be curious about yourself. Because when you judge yourself, that's like, man, I feel like judgment is kind of a comparison too. Because if you didn't have nothing to compare to, you wouldn't have nothing to judge, really. It wouldn't be this or that. It'd just be what it is, right? So I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about that, because self-sabotage, I'm trying to tell you, it's the biggest wall ever. And it's you that's the biggest wall because you're buying it. This episode made me think of the episode when I was talking about how you can think the craziest things ever and it sound good because your thoughts are curated for you. You are made to stop you, but then again, at the same time, you are made to flip the script that's in your mind that's telling you negative things. So that was just me. This was just me explaining to y'all self-sabotage, hopefully making y'all aware of it so we can get out of that and we can be our fullest self. We can reach our fullest potential and know that we are not our own enemies, but we are our own walls. You don't have to be mad at yourself. You don't have to talk bad to you. Like, damn, I'm dumb for having this thought. Damn, why I keep on, damn, I keep stopping. You don't gotta be negative to yourself. You can just figure out where in life you standing in your own way and figure out how you finna go down that road. Flip those thoughts that's trying to stop you and keep it pushing. Thank you for coming to this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hopefully opened your eyes to a new perspective, and let's just get better programming so we can reach our fullest potential. Thank you.